right? So we are going to be multiplying larger factors using a specific strategy that can be explained, because today I want you to go ahead and share how you know you are correct with your answer. So we're going to review the break apart strategy. I told you we were going to use this quite a bit. I'm going to model how I can multiply these larger factors using the break apart strategy. You're going to work on some problems that are in your book, but like always, we write it here on the computer, and I want you to make sure that you can explain those steps today. And then we're going to reflect, and at the end, you're going to have some practice that you can do with this on a game called multiplication, practice multiplication top it. Okay, so remember, decomposing is that break apart strategy. Okay, so it says when you decompose, you break up one of the numbers into easier to work with numbers using your helper facts like 2, 5, or 10, or other helper facts you already know. Okay, so like here, I said my favorite one is 7. I like to break up at 7 because it's 2 and 5. And I know my 2s and I know my 5s. Okay, you could also break up 8. You could have broke this up into 3 and 5. But maybe you're thinking, I don't really know my 3s. Okay, so that's why I think 7 is the perfect one, because I know my 2s and I know my 5s. So you take 2 times 8 and then 5 times 8. So that's 16 plus the 40, and that would equal 56. So you know 8 times 7 is 56 because you broke it up into 2 easier to work with numbers. And so that's what we're doing today. We're going to break up the factor into 2 helper facts. Then you're going to multiply each factor with the factor that you didn't change. And then you're going to add up both of those products together to find the area, right? Area, multiply, right? It's not really the area, but it's going to be the product, right, of the whole rectangle. Okay, kind of like here. We're really just trying to solve 8 times 7, but you can use this area model, right, is what we call it, to help us. And so if we think of it, this one problem here like area, sometimes makes a little bit more sense to us. So I'm going to go ahead and model how to do that. This was actually an evaluate question. Okay, we did okay on it, but we could definitely do better. So let's go ahead and see. So 8 times 12. Well, I'm going to break this up into a rectangle. Okay, and I'm going to have 8 over here and then 12 over here. So I'm using this area model. So I could break up 8, but I don't know my 12s. So I definitely think that I'm going to use my times 12 here. I'm going to break that up, and I know the perfect numbers to use. All right, 12 can be broken up in 10 and 2, right? Because 10 plus 2 equals 12. So I'm going to draw a line here, and I'm going to do 8 times 10, well, that's 80, right? It's just this number out of 0. So I broke up 12 into 2 easier numbers. I've multiplied this one, so now I need to multiply the other one. 2 times 8, so 10 times 8. I'm doing 2 times 8. Well, that's just 8 plus 8, which equals 16. So I did that. Now I need to add up both of these products to find the answer. So 80 plus 16. 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 1 is 9. So 8 times 12 would be 96. Okay, so you can use this to actually help you on things like evaluate, right? You'll be able to use it on iLearn, and you'll also be able to use it in real life when you're out and about. So I want you to practice this. This is on page 204 if you want to work on it in your book, but then I need you to show your thinking on here. So I have each one of these numbers, number 1 and number 2 here. They do not give you the rectangles like I did in my model, right? I had to draw that myself. So I would like for you to draw that here so I can see which number you broke apart. Don't just write the answer, right? You need to use the criteria. Okay, I'm going to ask you to do it again if you just write the number. Okay, you have to show me your thinking, even if you did it in your brain. Okay, some of you might feel like you could do this one in your brain. That's fine, but I still need to show you to show me what you did, okay, and how you could use the break apart strategy to help you. Okay, so I want you to do all of those. And then, of course, there is this one, and I want you to explain her strategy here. Okay, so she already worked it out. Now I need you to kind of explain that. What did she do here? Okay, and then here for number 2, I want you to use a different strategy. She broke 12 up into 6 and 6. How could you solve 5 times 12 using a different way? Okay, you can use whichever way. You don't have to use the break apart strategy, or you can. Okay, so how would you solve to make sure she is correct? Okay, so here I want you to reflect, and then at the end, you can go ahead and play multiplication top it. This is something you can play with people at home. If you have cards, you can use this right here, these directions, or you can just click here and it will take you to our Everyday Math website. Okay, and then here are some questions I would like for you to answer, explaining how you were able to play the game and who would be correct based on what this is, and using and kind of explaining the strategy you know. And then at the end, there are some extensions if you would like to challenge your brain a little bit. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.